He's Canada's favorite hockey star, but not everything about Connor McDavid is picture perfect. His mom tried to stop him, his childhood obsession with a rival team, and wait until you hear about his weird obsession off the field. These are 10 things you didn't know about Connor McDavid. Number 10. Her mother opposed his passion. While his dad focused on hockey, his mom had other ideas. Kelly McDavid wanted her son to take a different route. She hoped Connor would take up skiing. She thought it would be safer and maybe lead to a longer career. But Connor loved hockey too much. By the time he was 9, it was clear nothing would pull him away from the rink. His mom later admitted that once she saw his focus, she understood this was his path. Meanwhile, his dad was doing more than just coaching. He enrolled Connor in a special school in Toronto called PEAC, where students could train like pro athletes while keeping up with schoolwork. There, McDavid followed a strict routine. Every day he spent 90 minutes on the ice, followed by strength training and intense treadmill drills. Sometimes he even wore a 50-pound vest during practice. It wasn't easy, but it built the kind of stamina that set him apart later in the NHL. Number 9. Starting young. At just 15 years old, McDavid did something almost no one else had done. He was granted exceptional player status by Hockey Canada. That meant he could join the Ontario Hockey League a year earlier than normal. Only 2 players before him had ever received that status. McDavid was already dominating players much older than him, so the move made sense. In his junior career with the Erie Otters, he put up huge numbers. During the 2014-15 season, he scored 120 points in just 47 games. That kind of performance earned him MVP of the OHL and the CHL's Top Player Award. But his talent wasn't the only reason he got there. His father, Brian, coached him from a young age. He taught Connor how to control the puck, how to think ahead on the ice, and how to stay calm under pressure. Those lessons gave him the edge he needed to shine. Number 8. The youngest captain in NHL history. By 2016, McDavid wasn't just playing in the NHL, he was leading a team. At 19 years and 266 days old, the Edmonton Oilers named him captain, the youngest in league history. Some people thought it was too soon, but he proved them wrong. In his first full season as captain, he led the entire league in points and won both the Art Ross and Hart trophies. What made him stand out wasn't just skill, it was the way he carried himself. He gave credit to his teammates and took the blame when things didn't go well. Even after tough playoff losses, he stayed focused and took responsibility. In one season, he played through a torn oblique muscle without saying a word about it until later. When asked how he managed it, he simply said, "You don't feel injuries when the cup is on the line." Number 7. Story behind his jersey number. Connor McDavid wears number 97 for a reason. It's not random. It goes all the way back to when he was 9 years old. His dad gave him a Toronto Maple Leafs jersey with McDavid 97 on the back. That number stood for his birth year, 1997. He kept it through junior hockey, even when his team suggested changing it to something more traditional. But McDavid didn't want to let it go. He said it was part of who he is, and he meant it. When he got drafted by the Edmonton Oilers, there was some talk about switching numbers again. The team was thinking about retiring number 4 for a past player, but in the end, they let McDavid keep 97. That choice worked out. Today, his jersey is one of the top sellers in the NHL. Fans even get 97 tattoos. Number 6. Childhood Maple Leafs fandom. Before he became the face of the Oilers, McDavid was just a kid from Newmarket, Ontario. And like a ton of kids from there, he loved the Toronto Maple Leafs. His room was full of Leafs posters, stickers, and even sticks used by Matt Sundin, his favorite player. He went to his first Leafs game when he was 5. When they lost in overtime, he cried. That's how much he cared. Years later, just before the 2015 NHL draft, some people thought he might secretly want the Leafs to trade for the top pick. McDavid has denied it, but his teammates say he used to joke around, sometimes shouting, "Go Leafs go," in the locker room. Even now, he still watches their games. He says he studies Austin Matthews because he's such a smart player. Number 5. Friends superfan. Off the ice, McDavid has a surprising hobby. He's obsessed with the TV show Friends. He used to watch it all the time with his brother. They even own the full DVD set. In interviews, he's shown how much he remembers. He can name Ross's monkey, he knows the job Rachel thought Chandler had. He once said, "Ask me anything, I've got it." At the NHL Draft Combine, a team asked him about his hobbies. He ended up talking about Friends for nearly 10 minutes. Some scouts were confused, but that's McDavid. Now his teammates tease him by quoting the show at press conferences. He doesn't mind. In fact, he plays along. After a playoff win, he once said, "Could we be any more excited?" Number 4, giving back after the game. In 2016, Connor McDavid started something bigger than hockey. He co-founded the McDavid Group Charities after a tragic event in Dallas where 5 police officers were killed. That moment hit hard. He realized that when an officer dies, their family loses more than a loved one. They often lose financial support too. To help, McDavid launched an annual golf tournament. It grew fast. Over the years, it has raised more than $2 million. The money goes toward things like college scholarships and mental health support for the families left behind. But McDavid's work doesn't stop there. He also helps kids in Edmonton, especially those from Indigenous communities. Through a partnership with the Ben Stelter Fund, he sponsors free hockey camps for children who might not otherwise get the chance to play. Sometimes he even shows up with brand new gear to surprise them. For McDavid, it's personal. He once said, "Hockey's given me everything. If I can help one kid find that joy, it's worth it." Number 3, a custom-built Edmonton oasis. When he's not playing or giving back, McDavid spends time at home in Edmonton. In 2019, he and his wife Lauren Kyle moved into a custom-designed house in the city's river valley. Lauren, who's an interior designer, created the space with recovery and comfort in mind. The house has everything he needs to relax and stay ready for the next game. There's an indoor basketball court, an infrared sauna, and even a sports court where McDavid practices with his rollerblades. For recovery, he uses cold plunge pools and a hyperbaric oxygen chamber. To make sure he gets quality rest, the bedroom has blackout curtains that block out all light. And it's not just for him. Their dog Leonard has his own private suite with heated floors, something that's become popular on social media. But even with all these high-tech features, McDavid says the best part of the house is the kitchen island. That's where he and Lauren host dinners for teammates and friends. Number 2, smart endorsements. Connor McDavid makes millions on the ice, but he's just as sharp off it. While his NHL salary is around $12.5 million per year, a big part of his $30 million net worth comes from endorsements. For years, he was linked with BioSteel, a popular sports drink in Canada. That deal lasted 9 years, but in 2023, he made a switch. He signed with Body Armor, a fast-growing brand in the US. The move paid off right away. McDavid started showing up in ads alongside big names like NFL quarterback Joe Burrow. In one commercial from 2024, McDavid struggles to open a Gatorade bottle. It was a funny moment, but also a clever shot at a rival brand. It's part of what makes his image work. He's one of the best players in the world, and he still seems down to earth. Other companies have taken notice. He's done campaigns with Canadian Tire, Rogers Communications, and even Cheerios. His ads are simple and relatable. That's the appeal. Even his teammate Leon Draisaitl once said, "He's the only guy who makes hydration look cool." Number 1, innovative training regimen. What you see during a game is just the surface. Behind every highlight play, there's years of focused training. McDavid has been serious about development since he was a kid. At 13, he was already mastering tough puck control drills like figure eights around obstacles. These weren't just for show. They built the quick turns and sharp edges he still uses today. His workouts now are built for hockey. One key drill is treadmill side shuffles, done with a 50-pound vest. That helps him build speed and strength in his legs. He also uses slow hamstring curls to protect against groin injuries, which are common for skaters. Another part of his training is all about reaction. He wears strobe glasses that flash light patterns while he handles a puck. It trains his brain to track the movement under pressure. In the summer of 2025, McDavid trained with Olympic figure skater Tessa Virtue. She helped him work on edge control. how to turn and shift without losing momentum. As McDavid put it, hockey's becoming a game of micro-movements. It's those tiny details that give him an edge every shift. Now, if you liked the video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button.